In today's videos, we've got D, E and F on property acronyms. Let's kick this off with D then. So a declaration of trust. Now it's an agreement drawn up by your conveyancer when you're buying a property of who gets what when the property is sold. Next, deeds. It's quite simply, these are legal documents confirming the ownership of the property, not commonly referred to as title deeds. Next, deposit. This is something obviously your buyer will put down when they're buying your property. When you exchange contracts, there'll be a minimum amount that's required, and then with the balance to be paid with the mortgage. Next is detached. So it's a type of property, it's incredibly popular, that stands alone with no walls adjoining any other property. Default, quite serious, so this would be commonly referred to when somebody misses a payment on their mortgage. That's a default, but it's not exclusive to mortgages, it's types of all loans as well. Doer-upper, this is a buyer term when they come in and register with us. They're looking for property that requires modernisation works, either for them to increase the value of the property and flip and sell on, or to buy as an investment, or even buy for themselves to move in. And then last but no means least, duplex. Quite simply, this is an apartment over 2 floors. Next up, E, and we'll kick off with equity. This is a proportion of the value of the property that doesn't have a mortgage secured against it. Obviously, the greater the amount of equity you have in your home when you come to remortgage, the better rate you'll get it. Next, Energy Performance Certificate, or EPC as it's abbreviated to, is a report that shows your environmental impact and your energy efficiency of a property has. The better the rating, cheaper utility costs. Next, Edwardian. Now this refers to properties being built between 1901 and 1910 during the reign of King Edward VII. Very, very popular type of property. Next, end of terrace. So this refers to a type of property that's got a row of terrace houses, this one being the end one with only sharing one party wall. Last is early redemption charge, or ERC. Now this would refer to paying back your mortgage during your fixed term rate. Now depending on how many years left on your fixed term, will determine how much you have to pay back to your lender as a penalty. Next up, F, and we'll kick off with first time buyer. This is a type of buyer who's never owned a home before, and it's someone from an estate agent's point of view that you want to help through. They don't understand this process, never gone through it before, so you want to hold their hand and nurture them throughout from start to successful completion. Next, fixed rate mortgages. Now this refers to your initial period of mortgage that is fixed, so the term's fixed, the rate is fixed. These can be for 2, 3, 5, 10 years even, but always speak to a mortgage advisor, see what the best deal is for you. Fixtures and fittings. So when you are buying a property, one of the forms that the seller has to complete is a fixtures and fittings list. What is included within the sales price, what is excluded, what is up for negotiation, whether that be the range cooker, for example, whatever it might be.